Alright, hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking to you guys about my catfish experience and how I catfished someone pretty much. I actually wrote a blog post about this, so if you haven't read the blog post yet, be sure to check it out. I will link it in the description bar down below. And this here is just going to tell you a little bit more about that story because I know that people don't like to read a ton of stuff, especially if it's like a page or just paragraphs and paragraphs of things. I know that people won't read it, and so I should talk about it on here as well as on my blog. A lot of the time I'm going to be doing that, writing about it on my blog and talking about it on here for you guys. Anyways, so when I was 13 years old in 2009, my dad allowed me to finally get a Facebook account. And I was so excited and pumped because Facebook was kind of new back then still, and all my friends had Facebook, but I didn't really have Facebook because I didn't really have like a computer or anything. But my dad let me use his computer, get a Facebook account, but he was like, I don't trust social media, I don't trust what it's gonna do, like I don't really understand it yet, so you'll have to use like a different name than your actual name. By that, I pretty much just came up with my own name. But I came up with this name and to just hit it off with someone online. But that's kind of like online dating nowadays, to just talk with someone on there and get to know them. And so that's what we kind of did. But he didn't really know that I was 13. I told him a bunch of lies about myself. And I talked to other guys as well. But it seemed like I had a bigger connection with this guy, and back then I really wanted to have like a connection with a boy. Like all my friends were getting boyfriends and stuff at that age, and I was still an awkward girl that just didn't have a boyfriend yet, and so that's what I really wanted. And so I thought this is the way to do it, which obviously is not. And so we talked for like 2 months. He told me everything about himself. He told me about his crappy job at a car company. He told me like his age. He told me about his student loan issues, about his family issues. We had deep conversations. He told me that he really liked me, and if we did meet, he would totally date me and stuff like that. And it really broke my heart just thinking about it, and how I did that to someone. I hurt someone that much. Like, he literally was falling in love with social media fake me. And later on he finds out that I'm not the person that I say I am. It's just, I don't know. It just makes me sad just looking back at it and thinking about that. But back to the story. One day he messaged me on Facebook and he was pissed. I don't really remember what he said, but all I remember was that he told me he found the picture that I put on my profile on MySpace. I don't know how it was all over MySpace or how he like found it. Obviously, like he's gonna find the picture one way or another. That was that. Yeah, he pretty much yelled at me over Facebook Messenger, and that was it. I honestly was too embarrassed to do anything about it. I thought that I was growing feelings for this guy, and I thought he was growing feelings for me too, but obviously I catfished him, and I wasn't the girl that he thought I was, and so he was over it. He deleted me after that nasty message, and I've never heard from him ever again. Again, I was only 13 years old, so like my little love, or what I thought was love, wasn't really love. Like, I got over it right away after the fact that I felt really bad about what happened, but I got over him pretty fast. See, I feel like for him though, to connect with someone at that level and to think that I was somebody else probably hurt him a lot. And so I even wrote in my diary. Let me find that entry. Alright, so this is my diary back in the day. Yeah. So this is March 18th. Dear Diary, OMG. This guy from Facebook said I'm pretty. He told me a lot about himself. We talked for hours. You know what I told him? That I wear a size 8. But he doesn't believe me. So he wants a picture of my foot. Idiot. I don't know what to do. Well, I'll write tomorrow. And this is the next day, March 19th. Dear Diary, today, the guy said that if he got to know me, he would ask me out. How about that? I feel so bad for lying to him, but I'm not going to tell him the truth. Never. He told me everything about him, but I'm not telling him the truth at all. Right now, I'm crying because I feel really bad about this. He's falling in love with someone that doesn't even exist. I feel really bad. I'll write tomorrow. I'm too sad to write. Dear Diary, I can't stop thinking about that guy. We hadn't talked since yesterday and I miss him already. Well, I'm not going to talk to him for this month, so I'm going to be really lonely. I don't think I'm ever going to tell him the truth. I feel like a bad girl. Well, I have nothing more to write tomorrow. I don't really write much more about him, except that we just stopped talking and stuff like that. But from what I remember, I didn't write much about him in my diary except for those. And so what I pretty much remember about him was from my memory. But anyways, so yeah, my 13-year-old self felt bad, but she didn't want to tell him, and she never did. And I honestly wonder what he's up to now and like what his life is like. Obviously, I don't know him, so I'm not going to be like that creep that goes out on my way to try and find him. No. But like, I don't know, just I wonder if he's like super insecure now because of it and stuff like that. I don't know. But my point is, the reason why I'm telling this to you guys is because I know that catfishing is a big thing nowadays. I know that Facebook, you can't have fake profiles anymore on Facebook because of that reason, and obviously many more reasons, but because of that reason. And there's other platforms like dating websites, Instagram, Twitter, where you can do that. And so I just wanted to tell you guys that if you have gone through it, I'm really sorry. That person is really insecure and just needs to realize that they want to be loved. They have to love themselves first, and then somebody will love them for who they are. So this is pretty much for you guys that have catfish as well. Like, you are an amazing individual. You are your own person. Don't try to be anybody else. You're amazing, and give yourself the benefit of the doubt, because there are guys or girls out there that will love you for you. You don't have to pretend to be anybody else. And obviously I learned that. I ended up having boyfriends and stuff like that throughout middle school and high school, and now obviously. But just so you know, I know that I was young and dumb, but if I could go back and do it all over again, I would not do that to him, because it just doesn't feel good afterwards, and it doesn't make the other person feel good too, because he's literally falling in love with someone he doesn't even know. And so why do that? Also, just so you know, I did end up deleting it a few years later because I didn't know how to delete it then still, so I just like stopped using it, stopped talking to people, and just, yeah, I was done after that. I just didn't want to get myself into any more trouble or lie to any more people or hurt any more people, so I stopped doing that. And so, yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to this story. I hope you liked it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you like watching or listening to these story times. And then don't forget to subscribe down below. I have new videos every Tuesday. I have vlogs every Monday. And I will talk to you guys later. Oh yes, and I forgot to tell you that He was actually 26 years old and I was 13 years old at that time. So what the heck was I thinking? What was I thinking? I don't know.